Seatbelts are one of the most important safety features in cars. Every time we step into a vehicle, buckling up is second nature. But have you ever stopped to think about the science behind seatbelts? In this video, we'll explore the physics that keeps us safe on the road. The model I'll be using is a modified RC car with a makeshift seat and seatbelt attached to the frame. This will be used to demonstrate the forces of impact with and without a seatbelt. The phone in this example, or build a crash test dummy, will be used to log acceleration data. We can now use the accelerometer data from the phone to view its acceleration. Without a seatbelt, the driver accelerates up to 44.15 meters a second. This is because when not wearing a seatbelt, if the car came to an abrupt halt, you will continue traveling the same velocity independent of the vehicle. This is due to Newton's first law, the law of inertia, that states an object in motion remains in motion unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. Now we can do the same simulation, except with the seatbelt on. With the seatbelt in place, the acceleration stays below 27 meters a second. This goes to show really how effective seatbelts are. We can calculate the force applied to the driver using Newton's second law, which states acceleration is proportional to the net force and is inversely proportional to the mass. Mathematically, it can be expressed as F equals ma. Using this formula, we can substitute in the weight of the driver and its acceleration to calculate the maximum force applied during the impact. In the case of the no seatbelt impact, it was 7.9 newtons. We can now calculate the force of the impact with the seatbelt. This force comes to only 4.77 newtons, which is 6% less than the impact without a seatbelt. Seatbelts restrain the passenger using Newton's third law of motion, which states for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. The seatbelt applies an equal and opposite force on the passengers to counteract their forward motion during the deceleration. This is experimental proof that seatbelts are an effective car safety feature, and that not wearing a seatbelt could have devastating consequences.